Hey, everybody! Did you know that about 90% of every nation ever created in history has vanished? Some were powerhouses like the Roman Empire or the Soviet Union, but others are so mysterious that we still don't know where they were, even if they existed at all. Today, we're counting down 5 countries or cities that show up in ancient manuscripts, yet scholars can't pin down their location or confirm they were real. The last one on the list has a story so wild it was solved only because of baboons. Hello, YouTube? Ready to travel between myth and archaeology? Then let's go. Number 1, Preste João, mythical Christian kingdom in the east. Who is he? In several medieval maps, a Christian king called Preste João appears, described as ruling an opulent realm of exotic wealth, fantastical creatures, and perpetual peace. Origin of the legend. The earliest written record dates to 1145, when German chronicler Ottofried mentions a Bishop Hugo of Jabala, modern Syria, who spoke of a Christian leader who had won battles in Persia and planned to retake Jerusalem. Why the story emerged during the Crusades. Europe needed a beacon of hope. The idea of a Christian king in Muslim lands served as propaganda to fund new expeditions. Historical evidence. No inscriptions, ruins, or administrative documents corroborate the existence of such a kingdom. Most historians classify Preste João as pure legend or an exaggeration of tiny Christian enclaves in India or Ethiopia. Possible inspirations might stem from isolated Christian communities in India, the St. Thomas Christians, or from exaggerated reports about Ethiopia, which medieval Europe already considered a distant Christian realm. Teiki, Awe. The kingdom of Preste João probably never existed as depicted on maps, but its story illustrates how myths can shape political decisions, the Crusades. Number 2, Tartessos' legendary city-state beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Ancient sources. Herodotus, Strabo, and Phoenician authors speak of a city-state overflowing with gold, silver, and other metals. Situated beyond the Pillars of Hercules, i.e., south of the Iberian Peninsula. First records. Phoenician texts describe intense trade with Tartessos, shipping, tin and silver. Greeks mention a king who allegedly lived more than 150 years. Archaeological discoveries in the 20th century. Excavations in southern Portugal and southern Spain uncovered sites with ceramics and metallurgy dating to the 7th century BC. Many archaeologists now believe these were Phoenician colonies, later conflated with the legendary disappearance around 600 BC. The references cease. The most accepted theories are depletion of mineral resources or shifts in Phoenician trade routes that left the settlements abandoned. Modern myths, some later writers compare Tartessos to Atlantis, but the scholarly consensus rejects that connection. While a real civilization existed in the Iberian Peninsula, the mythical golden metropolis never matched the classical descriptions. Bottom line. Tartessos did exist as a real Iron Age culture, but the splendid city-state described by ancient writers is a mythic amplification. Number 3, menos Sérica or Cicaca, the Mistias Far East country classical description. Greek geographers like Ptolemy list a place called Sérica, sometimes transcribed as Syria, a kingdom famed for silk, fine furs, and high-quality iron, located in the Far East. Transliteration troubles. The name has been copied by numerous scribes over centuries, resulting in multiple spellings that make pinpointing the location extremely difficult. Main scholarly hypotheses: northern China regions that produced silk until the end of the Han Dynasty, Silk Road regions, parts of present-day Central Asia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan. Archaeological clues. No inscription directly ties the classical name to a specific site. Yet excavations along the ancient Silk Road uncover silk textiles and high-grade metalwork matching the descriptions. And while a nation as described cannot be proven, the reference most likely points to a commercial region of the Silk Road where silk and iron were exported. Number 4, menos Punt, Egyptian trading partners shrouded in mystery. Why the Egyptians cared. From the Middle Kingdom onward, Egyptian inscriptions praise Punt as a source of gold, incense, ivory, and exotic animals. It was a crucial trading partner, yet its precise location remained a mystery for millennia. Prevailing theories: Mediterranean coast of North Africa, largely dismissed. Horn of Africa, menos Somalia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Arabian Peninsula, Yemen. Recent DNA and strontium studies of baboons. Egyptian records indicate baboons were gift items from Punt. A 2020 study examined the strontium isotopes and mitochondrial DNA of baboon mummies and concluded they originated from the Eritrea, Yemen, Somalia region. Field archaeology. Recent digs near Crusader, Eritrea have uncovered Egyptian artifacts, amulets, ceramics suggesting direct contact. Current consensus. The strongest evidence points to the eastern coast of the Red Sea, most likely modern Eritrea or Somalia, although the exact city name remains unknown. Number 5, Minas Odara or Zarathustra, land of gold in Persian texts, where it appears 7th century. Zoroastrian manuscripts mention a realm called Aldara, sometimes rendered as land of gold, located beyond the Caucasus Mountains. Description. Hetian gold, silver, and precious stones, inhabited by a people who still followed the faith of Zoroaster and had never been conquered by the Persians. Modern hypotheses: Northern Caucasus, perhaps a nomadic tribe of today's Dagestan or Chechnya. Eastern Turkey, adjacent to the ancient Hatti kingdom. Archaeological record to date: no site has been identified that matches the land of gold description. Excavations in the Caucasus reveal only modest villages with ordinary material culture. Possibility of myth. The term may have been a metaphor for a prosperous land used by Persian scribes to illustrate an ideal world rather than a concrete geographical entity. Aldara probably never existed as a state city. It was likely a literary concept that cartographers later misinterpreted as a real place. These 5 cases show how history lives on a thin line between myth and fact. In some instances, like Tartessos, we have solid archaeological evidence that a civilization existed there, but the legendary golden metropolis described by the ancients was an exaggeration. In other cases, such as Preste João or Aldara, the whole thing appears to be pure imagination or political propaganda. The recent pinpointing of Punt, thanks to baboon DNA, demonstrates how modern science can finally solve puzzles that have lingered for 4,000 years. Who would have thought a simple study of monkey teeth would help place an ancient trading partner on the map? Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these mysterious nations blew your mind the most? Do you think any of them could have truly existed? Or are they all just stories? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, so you don't miss our next deep dives into historic enigmas. And don't forget to check out the recommended videos on the right. There are more lost civilizations waiting to be uncovered. Thanks for watching, and see you next time, fellow explorer of Forgotten Realms.